Cloudcast Media. Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg at Cloudcast Media. It's always a great day when we have Girl Scouts San Diego in the studio, and we do today. We got Barbara Bree, 2024 Cool Woman Celebration co-chair, joined by Michelle Mullen, Chief Mission Delivery Officer for Girl Scouts San Diego, and Syra Walia, an emerging leader Girl Scout. So welcome everyone to the show.
Thank you. Great to see you, Drew.
Good to see you too and all that business. So, Syra, let me ask you, how long have you been a Girl Scout?
This is my 12th year of Girl Scouts.
Yeah, so obviously you don't enjoy it, right? What do you love most about it?
I love getting to make connections and just learning a ton of new skills and meeting with my friends with Girl Scouts.
Right. So when you first started 12 years ago, did you go, boy, what am I getting into here? Am I going to meet folks? Was your mom a Girl Scout?
No, she was not.
So you're the first Girl Scout in the family?
I have two older sisters, and they were both Girl Scouts.
Very good. Okay, that sounds good. So making connections and all that, what would you say? I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, but I know you're really smart and you can handle this question. What would you say the most cool thing you've learned about being a Girl Scout was?
I would say learning how to make connections, because I was kind of shy before, and especially in elementary school. But as I continued my Girl Scout journey through middle school, I learned how to properly talk to adults and how to just make myself known out there.
Well, listen, you're very poised, and I think that I'm so glad you said that. When we talk to a lot of folks, we talk about something that's often missed in this world, and that is relationships. What a shock, right? Barbara, you and Michelle are longtime community leaders, and you just know how important it is to have connections and relate. We'll start with you on Barbara. That's so important, isn't it?
Well, and I actually spent 10 years working at a program called Connect, which was started at UCSD to connect entrepreneurs with the resources they need for success. So it's really the people the people in your network, and I love that this is what Girl Scouts does for young women growing up. And with the emerging leaders, they get to meet the cool women who are role models for them. Yeah,
you're spot on. We were honored in my role at the Union Tribune to be a sponsor of Mary Walshock's Connect, and of course she's an icon, and times 4,000 on that, and it's such a great program. And Michelle, having worked with, arguably the world's most successful college prep program, AVID, founded in 1980 here at Claremont High School, relationships and connections is so important, especially in the world that you were in at AVID and now currently with Girl Scouts, correct?
Absolutely. And I think sometimes we miss that. And I think on this side of a pandemic, we lost track of some of that. People have kind of gone into their bubble. And so I think key to Girl Scouting is getting outside that bubble, getting uncomfortable, knowing people, being able to see the world broader than what you might see in your own home. So it's pivotal.
Well, and we all know this, we're in a very much of an entrepreneurial world, to say the least. And we all know this. Barbara and Neil, her husband, know this as well as anyone. But you're going to skin your knees, and that's okay. You'll skin both knees, maybe three knees if you have them in that aspect of it. Barbara, talk a little about what Cool Women is all about.
Well, Cool Women, so first of all, I was honored to be recognized as a Cool Woman in 2001, the first year that Girl Scouts started this program. Right. I was a lot younger then. We won't talk about my age today.
It's just a number. It's just a number.
Well, I love what Cool Women honors now 5 outstanding women every year from different fields. So this year, one of the women is Kim Folsom, who's an entrepreneur who actually lives here in Scripps Ranch, and I've known her for 25 years. One is a scientist. Susie Alarcon. One is the CEO of the San Diego Symphony, Martha Gilmer, who's responsible for getting the Rady Shell done and now the renovation of Symphony Hall. Pamela Gray Payton, who's at the San Diego Foundation, and Judge Sherry Thompson. And these women are, icons and role models to the next generation of women. And the emerging leader Girl Scouts get to meet these women and ask questions and get mentoring.
Yeah, that's spot on. There's an event around this, right? Is that on March 21? Is that correct?
Yes, it's a lunch event.
Yeah.
And then that morning before the official lunch event is when the cool women spend time with the emerging leader Girl Scouts.
Right, exactly. So, Michelle, is the event, are there still openings for it? Is it sold out?
Oh, no, absolutely. There's room for sponsorship or tables or tickets, individual tickets. And going to our website, sdgirlscouts.org/coolwomen, you can find that information there. And I think something just to underscore that Barbara brought up was in the morning, we have 50 emerging leaders this year. It's the largest class of emerging leaders. So the cool women are part of the mentorship in the morning, and other executives, women executives in San Diego and Imperial counties join to do an entire networking and workshopping mentorship session with the girls in the morning before we do the luncheon, and where they get to apply all those skills because they get to network with about 500 people.
Well, and those things are game changing and they're life changing as well. We are chatting with our good friends from the Girl Scouts San Diego, Barbara Bree, 2024 Cool Women Celebration co-chair, joined by her colleague Michelle Mullen, Chief Mission Delivery Officer for the Girl Scouts San Diego, and Syra Walia, an emerging leader Girl Scout. I'm Drew Schlosberg. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest running community podcast, now in our 18th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union for more than 6 decades, just doing phenomenal things in the San Diego County. You name a topic, and they're involved in it to some extent on this. So Syra, what did you have to do to earn that moniker as an emerging leader?
I had to fill out an application, and since this is my second year as an emerging leader, I didn't do an interview this year, but I did an interview last year. And I can definitely attest to how amazing the morning networking session was.
What was the most amazing part about it?
Just seeing all the amazing women who came out to wanting to support the younger girls and help them become strong women.
Right, exactly. So you're in school right now, right?
Yes.
What school?
Scripps Ranch High School.
Very good. Scripps Ranch, right around the corner, actually, from our studios here. So it wasn't too far of a walk for you, maybe, or a drive, I should say, in that aspect of it. What year school?
I'm a junior.
Junior, okay. So have you thought about college down the road?
Definitely. I think that I want to go into STEM, and I know that I want to stay in California, but not San Diego. Okay,
so you maybe want to look at that wonderful school up in Westwood called UCLA. Is that correct? The reason why I said my dad taught medicine there. Just had to throw that out in that aspect as well. When you meet the folks, and you did this last year as well, will you talk to some of these women that are in the STEM field?
I did. Girl Scouts does a really amazing job because they ask for your interest on your application,
right,
and they pair you up with certain mentors who they think would be a good fit for you.
Right, exactly. So, Barbara, did you say you were a Girl Scout?
I was a Brownie and a Girl Scout growing up. My mother was the cookie chair. We stored hundreds of boxes of cookies in our garage. At that time, I actually went door to door selling cookies, and I was one of the top cookie sellers in my troop.
No surprise there. What's interesting is that, I'm very familiar of having a cookie mom involved because Jane was, and I don't think, this is why I put on about 100 pounds in 1 month, because I ate every single Thin Mint ever made in the world on that. But in all seriousness, Michelle, talk about how important those cookie drives are.
Well, actually, we're in our final weeks of our cookie season, and it's really important because it is what helps fund not only programs that we can offer like emerging leaders, but it's also what troops use to fund their programs. So the adventures they want to take on, the goals that the troop members have, they get funded by the proceeds from the cookies. And every cent of the proceeds of cookie season stay here in our council, which is San Diego and Imperial County. So really important.
Are you still doing a program with the military? On the cookies?
We are. Syra, what's their name?
Operation Thin Mint.
Yes.
And this is where people can donate money, and the money goes towards buying cookies to give to people in the military.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the military is near and dear to so many of our folks. Here in San Diego County, the largest military port in the world, for that matter, definitely in the United States. We've done military shows here. We can't do enough for our folks in the military and shouting them out and all that. So I think that's great. We come back from break. I want to talk more about the Cool Women event, and Barbara, get your insights on this. Michelle, as you know, you've been on the show before. We always save time in the second half what our listeners can do. Certainly support the March 21 event, but there's 85,000 other things in between they can do. And then, Syra, want to talk about, if somebody asked you, just give some thought to this at break, why I should become a Girl Scout. Okay, think about what you would tell them. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
We're going to be right back after this quick break.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest-running community podcast, now in our 18th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union in these very cool Mission Fed studio here in Scripps Ranch and Mission Fed for more than 6 decades. We're certainly doing wonderful things for us folk who live here in the county. Honored to have the Girl Scouts San Diego on in the studio today, chatting about many, many cool things, including the 2024 Cool Women's Celebration. We got the co-chair of that event on March 21, Barbara Bree, with us. Thank you so much, Barbara. Michelle Mullen, Chief Mission Delivery Officer and a longtime friend and colleague of mine. Always great to see you here in the studio, Michelle, and Syra Walia, an emerging leader, Girl Scout. So Barbara, this is important to you. Obviously, you've been connected to so many of these people. When you come across your world as a former politician, community leader, and everything else, how many folks you run into that were actually Girl Scouts?
A surprising number of successful women who I meet were Girl Scouts growing up. And so I'm from another era. We don't need to talk about exact age today. But when I was growing up, there were very few women who had careers other than teaching and social work and nursing. And actually, when I went to college way back when, I thought that was all that was available to me. I never thought I'd end up as a technology entrepreneur.
Right.
And so I think it's so important for young women to see what's possible for them. And I think that's why Cool Women is so important. And over the years, there have been so many different kinds of women honored. And this year, Kim Folsom, an amazing, Kim was actually an engineering major at San Diego State, started technology companies, now has a company making loans to underrepresented populations. Susie Alarcon's a scientist. We have a judge. We have an executive from the San Diego Foundation and the CEO of the Symphony. I mean, all of whom have overcome enormous hurdles to get to where they are and have significant accomplishments. And all of this is possible for the next generation of young women growing up.
Yeah, and I think what's so important in that statement for 75 different reasons is It's true. You can accomplish what you want. Okay, you got to work hard, like Syra is doing, and all that business and that. But they have opportunities that maybe weren't there, 25 years ago. And while there's still a lot of work to do, there's no question that there's still a lot of work to do. It's really important. And Michelle, having worked with you and just knowing the great work you did at Avid, and of course, one thing I loved about Michelle, when it said, "Hey, what are you doing there?" Well, I'm on a 2-week trip up to Europe with my daughter. We're doing some Girl Scout stuff, and so you've always been passionate about the Girl Scouts. And then you came to the organization when?
January 21.
21. Oh my goodness! Exactly. How's it been? Besides that, every day is a wonderful day for you. I'm sure.
It's been fabulous as we've been able to open more things. I came in right at the time where we were still shut down on so many levels because of the pandemic. So being able to phase in the things that we can open up to girls again and open up to our volunteers has been fabulous in the last 3 years. And I've been a volunteer for more than 20 years. So living the Girl Scout mission and the promise of what Girl Scouts can offer has been key in my family, for me and for my daughters.
So the daughters have gone through, correct?
Yep. They graduated from high school as Girl Scouts.
Okay. Are they still involved?
They're still involved. My youngest daughter is actually flying home from college in May to participate in a service unit encampment as a volunteer. She's that committed. She loves it.
I know where that came from and that aspect of it. So I think that's terrific as well. So Syra, somebody was going to say to you, let's pretend you're being interviewed by 60 Minutes in a very good way about how all these cool things are. Why would someone want to become a Girl Scout? What would your answer be?
I would say that people want to become Girl Scouts to grow themselves and learn and do things that they never thought they would learn or do before. Because, for example, my family's definitely not outdoorsy at all. So without Girl Scouts, I would not have gone camping. But I'm really glad I did because I learned a lot of life skills, like how to build a fire and how to just connect with your friends around a fire making s'mores.
Right, exactly. So let me ask you this. I was very honored and lucky as a kid growing up. We went camping every year in the summer, up to all the national parks and that aspect of it, and enjoyed it. And, this was, we had to learn the same things in that aspect of it. What do you like most about camping, besides the s'mores?
I love really just getting to be outside and connecting with nature. About 2 years ago, we went on a camping trip to Catalina Island, and it was amazing because there's no city lights, and you could just see the stars so clearly.
Yeah, what's the highest elevation you've been at camping? Do you know?
Not sure.
Okay, Barbara, are you a camper?
No, I get poison ivy very easily, but I like hiking. I'm actually, I hiked last summer in Montana.
Glacier?
No, I was in Big Sky, but it was beautiful.
Of course.
But Neil and I were at 10,000 feet, and actually the altitude really did get, or eight to some, we were really higher because we took the chairlift up, and then we hiked. And so it was, but I love being outdoors. I'm just not going to sleep there.
Yeah. Well, I know the answer to this, Michelle, that you love it. You probably would love to spend the 365 days outdoors if you had it. It was up to you on this. Where have you gone? The most exotic place you've gone camping or hiking?
Oh my goodness. I don't know that this is exotic, but I love high altitude. So Telluride a year ago.
Pikes Peak?
Is Pikes Peak in Telluride?
No, well, it's in Colorado.
Well, no, I don't know what the peaks are right there, but I don't remember seeing that one.
Yeah.
So that put us up near 13,000, and then the Eastern Sierras. I love the Eastern Sierras. Some of my camping and hiking there.
Yeah.
Up out of Bishop.
Okay.
Just west of Bishop.
Right. We're turning this into a camping interview right over here, by the way.
It's a pro-outdoor interview.
It's a pro-outdoor interview.
Let's go.
In it. No, I think what's so great about it is, and the people you meet when you're camping out there that love nature and love to be out there. And I'm with you, Barbara. The first time I was at 10,000 feet, I wonder how my head's going to pop off the shoulders and all that. But you get sort of used to it in that aspect of it. So what's the next step for you as an emerging leader?
My next step is to network and connect with all the women at the event.
Right.
And hopefully move on with those connections I make. Like last month, we did the Emerging Leader Orientation, And I got the chance to talk to a nurse, and I'm interested in going to the medical field. So
Nice.
I'm definitely going to connect with her and talk with her about that.
You looking to be a physician?
Not sure yet. Still deciding what specialty.
Right. Well, you're in the STEM. You're in the right field on that. Well, listen. Congratulations to you on all the great work you've done as an emerging leader, and you're going to have a great event on the 21st. And why don't you shout that event one more time, Barbara? March 21.
March 21, Girl Scout Cool Woman event. You can learn more information on the Girl Scout website. Michelle can give maybe the exact website. It'll be a great event where we're honoring 5 fantastic San Diego women in many different fields, and you'll get to meet the emerging leader Girl Scouts.
Yeah, exactly. And so where will the event be, Michelle?
Hilton, Torrey Pines, so it's a beautiful location on top of it. And the website to get tickets is sdgirlscouts.org/coolwomen.
Very good. Any final comments, Michelle?
Just thanks for having us, and thanks for letting us talk about all the passions we have around Girl Scouts.
Absolutely. Barbara, any final comments for you?
I'm honored to be there this year and meet all the emerging leader Girl Scouts and to see what happens to them in life.
Well, absolutely. Well, just wishing everybody just a phenomenally successful event. I know, Michelle, I'll see you back on the show because we love having the Girl Scouts San Diego talk about the next iteration of what's going to be happening. And again, just enjoyed the conversation, wishing you, Syra, nothing but great success, not only at the event, but in your career. So in 10 years from now, I can say, I knew her when. Okay, I'm going to do that, all right? Okay. You folks have a great event on March 21, and we'll look forward to having you back on the air sometime in the not-too-distant future. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Drew.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'm Drew Schlosberg, and you've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest-running community podcast, now in our 18th year, having a good conversation with Girl Scouts San Diego. Our show is brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. We're so appreciative of their great work for 6 decades. We hope you enjoyed the program.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.